Bitcoin is experiencing another dramatic sell-off here inside the market. And once again does the question arise. Once again is the question, is Bitcoin ready for the next move to the upside? Or is this showing signs that BTC may be ready to capitulate? What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. What is going on, my friends? Today I'd like to discuss Bitcoin and the health of the trend. As I just mentioned, the past 24 hours have been absolutely insane here for Bitcoin. In my opinion, we've had one of the largest fake outs in recent history here. I want to explain that. I want to explain the macro trend. What has happened here after this $1,000 candle? Does this seem like we may be ready for another move up? Or is this it? Has the fuel been drained and are we ready for another plunge deep down into the crypto abyss? So as a full-time trader, I'd like to discuss with you my strategy, my game plan, and how I plan to crush this market right now in the immediate term. So without any further ado, you guys already know the deal. If you like these daily crypto videos and nightly live streams, smack that thumbs up button, click the subscribe, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Moon the likes, ladies and gentlemen. Moon them up. All right, so we'll begin with our Bitcoin technical analysis. And of course, before we begin, this is not investment advice, this is not trading advice. These are only my own opinions, ideas, and observations on the market. Always do your own research and your own due diligence before investing or trading, as this market is extremely high risk and I am not your financial advisor. I will never tell you what to do with your trades or investments. Being said, let's begin here really on the 1 hour time frame just to get an idea of what we've seen here over the past 24 hours, and we'll even go back to this $1,000 candle right here. So obviously, guys, we had this insane candle to the upside, which has thus sparked the rest of the action we're seeing here. Our first leg up, we really just got over exuberant, tried to test a high without any real consolidation or anything of that metric. Literally nearly a straight line to the upside. We get rejected as expected, but now this is where the action gets juicy. It's from this point forward is where we can really see what's going on. So once we stuck in our new low here, this was the first creation of a new low, right? And this is what you would want to see from a bullish perspective, is a higher low. Then we get our next leg, again create another higher low. Then again, another higher low, again, another higher low. And now this is where things have really started to pick up. So let's discuss what's gone on right here, right now, really in the past 1 day, okay? So I was thinking, guys, that we were going to potentially have a top out here, as we did look to be at a double top rejection point, right? If we do, in fact, actually draw a box around this so we can see this more clearly, even a triple top rather. I didn't even see the third one right there. We tested up into this exact area of the prior highs 3 times, right? We had our 1, 2, 3, and this to me, ladies and gentlemen, was signaling a bearish top out. Now, what was going to need to happen in order to negate this and be a bullish breakout? Well, what was going to need to happen was it needed to get rejected and hold the upper support trend line, creating another higher low. And in fact, ladies and gentlemen, that is exactly what happened. So that was confirmation number 1. Confirmation number 2 would have been a break of the prior high. This is just pure technical analysis, ladies and gentlemen, classical technical analysis theory. We're still creating higher lows, and then a break above the prior highs is a breakout. I mean, those are 2 bullish things here. I mean, of course, we have our RSI that was very high at the time. If we pull that up, of course, we were heading into overbought territory, but we were below it at the time. Before that move, we were below it. So you cannot just scream that the RSI was crazy. I mean, we were in neutral territory, although it was a factor. And then we broke above for what appeared to be a bullish breakout. But then what do you know, ladies and gentlemen? Hickory dickory dock, the market makers come in call the absolute top, and dump us down deep into the crypto abyss. This to me is one of the most savage market maker moves I've seen in quite some time. I mean, of course, guys, you cannot forget here. This, in my opinion, was not natural at all. I've seen many different reports on what's gone on here. I do not want to get into any elaborate theories, as I cannot add any validity to any of those statements. But for me, just in general, this candle here was not anything of organic buy pressure. It was a manufactured candle for many different reasons, but I digress from that. And what we're seeing here, in my opinion, is very much of the same as what we saw right here. Now, let me explain why. So Bitcoin recently, guys, has been very illiquid. Sure, there's a ton of trading volume in this market, but as we know, many independent research companies have now gone out and seen that per their analysis. I mean, Bitwise is one of them. If you'd like to go look that up on your own time, Bitwise is a team that researched the amount of trading volume in the market and what they depict to be actual real volume and not wash trading volume. If you're not familiar, wash trading essentially is fake volume. It's exchanges trading back and forth with themselves for no real gain or loss. It's just to essentially cook the books and make yourself look better than you are. And what would be the incentive for that, you may ask, is to boost your exchange up higher on this list here. And essentially get free advertisement. That is essentially one reason why that would happen, right? But two, guys, we know that the volume in this market largely is not being reported correctly and is fake. Bitcoin has been very illiquid. The order books have been very thin. This is why OTC buying is very popular for large amounts of capital, because the order books on the exchanges are so thin for large capital. Right? If you're playing with less than six figures, it's not really an issue most of the time. But when these players are coming in seven figures, eight figures, it's very difficult to buy that amount or sell that amount on an exchange without dramatically moving the price. And when we see candles like this come in that move the price $1,000 to the upside, I mean, let's use our price range, because I don't like to use numbers. I like to use percent. Nearly 23% to the upside in roughly a 30-minute time period. Ladies and gentlemen, that was potentially manufactured for exactly that to happen. Most of the time, these softwares and API bots can see that X amount of capital should in fact move this order book all the way up to this level, etc., etc. To me, that is what happened. And right here, the reason that I just gave you that whole synopsis on the volume not being reported correctly, etc., is because what I want you to understand here is that at this level, right, there was many bullish confirmations that had come in the chart, right, just in the pattern trading, right. We had now double topped, triple topped, created another higher high, respected this trend line that had been working the whole way, and then we break out to a new high. This is a point where more volume and liquidity is going to enter the market right here. And as we can see it, ladies and gentlemen, look at the volume spike, right? The volume spike came in, aka creating liquidity. This is more fiat dollars entering because of the confirmations. And what does this provide for the whale market makers? It provides the liquidity that they need, ladies and gentlemen. It provides the exit point for them to get out. It provided that moment where fresh capital was going to enter because of these confirmations here, and it let them dump their Baganacci Dandata right onto your head, all right? This, to me, is one of the most clear-cut market maker examples that I've seen in the past, a long time, ladies and gentlemen. Certainly not that much going on down in this range, except here. But over the past several months, this is one of the most obvious and insane market maker manipulations I've seen. Trust me, guys, I know average Joe and James at the water cooler, oh, no, Kirby, you're blaming manipulation. Oh, I'm not blaming anything, James. I'm not blaming anything, Joe. As a full-time analyst, I'm showing you what I see here. And the fact of the matter is that they saw that the bots, especially the bots, the algorithms, were going to see this level right here, right above the box, as an entry point, and that they were going to market buy. And that is evident by the amount of volume that we saw come in at that level, right at the confirmation zone. And then what do you know, ladies and gentlemen, all the liquidity is just right there. They take advantage of it and they dump. This, to me, ladies and gentlemen, it is a little bit worrisome, as I see that maybe this could be forming somewhat of a top. Now, I don't believe this has to be the top of the macro run, which I'm going to get into in a minute. Macro meaning the whole thing, right? But for right now, I am targeting potentially a little bit of a Dropanacci Dandata right here, ladies and gentlemen. I want to discuss right now where my targets are if this thing is to dump. Is it possible we capitulate once again? May we capitulate once again? Or is this likely going to be a short-lived dump before another leg to the upside? Now that we've explained what I believe has gone on here, that the whales created a pattern, painted a chart for liquidity to enter, and then took advantage of the liquidity, where do I believe the next move is going? Let's discuss. But if you are just tuning in now, don't forget to moon up the likes, moon them up, smash those thumbs, click the subscribe button, tick the little bell. Let's get this crypto. Satoshi needs a new pair of shoes. Before we get into this Bitcoin chart right here, I actually want to toggle over to the crypto total market cap chart as a whole, as I believe this is a good preface to the Bitcoin chart before we dive in there. So as you guys know, this looks very similar to the Bitcoin chart, right? This is the total crypto market cap. It includes altcoins and Bitcoin together. Chart looks very much the same as Bitcoin's macro chart. We have our huge resistance right here, which would have been the 6,000 level on Bitcoin. We have our next resistance cluster here, which we also have on Bitcoin. And now we've clearly been rejected where my box has been set. I have not moved these boxes, ladies and gentlemen. These have been here for weeks. If you are subscribed to this channel, you would know I've had these boxes drawn here for weeks. We directly tested the top of this resistance. We've now dropped below, signaling for me that a test of this green box is likely, in my opinion. And the reason why is because we've been rejected here 3 times, very similar to Bitcoin, right? Triple top. Even though this one is more clean, we did not get a fake out here, right? Bitcoin had a triple top, a breakout, which created the liquidity and then dumped below from the market makers using that liquidity pool to dump on everybody's head, right? This one did not get the breakout. It just cleanly triple topped and then rejected below the box. Now that we're below the box, our RSI is still very high, ladies and gentlemen. At the time of this analysis, it is at a 62. We were in overbought conditions, but 62 is still relatively high. So if we are to test lower and go down into a potential oversold condition, to me, that would put us right into our range of this green box here. Now that we've got this covered, as I believe this is a more clean visualization of the chart and the market as a whole, let's go back to Bitcoin, as this is very similar here, but it was more clean there, so I thought that was better to look at. Now, for us here, I have the green box right at this level, right? And the reason it's at this level is because this is where all of our prior highs were on the trend, right? So we're looking at that box, but I actually believe that the box for right now is actually going to be a little bit higher. I don't believe that we must test that green box. For me, I think it may be right here. Let's make this green as well. So this will be target zone number 1 for me, and it wouldn't surprise me at all to see us find a consolidation right around this level. And of course, this other green box is still valid. It's just the fact that if we are truly going to remain bullish, I think that this level could fool a lot of players in this market once again. And once again, have the market makers just absolutely decimate them and take them on that trip to Wrecked City. Now, the reason for this is that we are currently upon a make or break zone here, right? We have the candle bodies here. If you use the wicks, it's actually a little bit lower, right? But say we're just going to use the bodies for now. We are currently at the make or break moment. We can clearly see that the algorithms have used the candle bodies here as the point that we've been bought up right now is literally exactly on the candle bodies, right? That's a picture perfect. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, look at that on the daily chart there. It does not get more clean than that. That is completely algo bought, in my opinion. Of course, human traders watching these levels as well. But if this level is broken, right? If the algos defended this bullishly and then it's broken, I mean, what happens then? Speculatively, I would expect them to sell with the high RSI, etc., down probably into this green box where is my target number one. The green box starts at about 46.50, 46.70 with a downward target of about 45.50. So this is my target number one area, ladies and gentlemen. I would expect that if we fall below the current level of about 4,900, if we fall below there, my first target is about 46.50, second target is about 45.50, and I could expect us to consolidate inside this range as we did have a bit of a consolidation here. I would expect for our RSI to be massively oversold, looking for a tentative bounce. And what will wind up happening there is this will probably be the area where the uptrend is going to be defined. Are we going to be able to break back out, or is this it? Are we going to test back up, get rejected, and fall deeper? And then it will become a matter of, can this green box hold here? If the green box holds there, I still believe we are macro bullish. If the green box is broken, ladies and gentlemen, kiss it goodbye, sayonara, see you later. I believe we may be due for a deep, deep dive down into the crypto abyss. Now, I've been waiting for this volatility, ladies and gentlemen, the ping pong. If you are subscribed here, you know I've been salivating, ladies and gentlemen, over the potential ups and downs that we could expect to see all throughout this entire region, right? Guys, we are in an extreme trading zone right now. The amount of room that the trend has to move up and down right now is absolutely heinous. This is going to be a trader's dream environment, in my opinion. The market makers are savage right now. There is no doubt about it. Savagery at its finest. Faking out the traders, ladies and gentlemen. Faking them out. Putting in those bullish confirmations and just dumping, right? And on the contrary, we've also seen that we come up upon our resistance level here, and then they intentionally boom the market to the upside. And just again to clarify, I'm not sitting here saying that this is somebody's fault. They're doing it. Oh. That is not at all what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. I'm identifying what the market makers and market movers are doing right now. I'm trying to stay on top of their game, as I want to ride their coattails to the profit land. If you try and go against the market makers, ladies and gentlemen, you will earn yourself that one-way ticket to Wrecked City. Average Joe and James at the water cooler have both been taking that trip, ladies and gentlemen. I see it. I see right now that the Moonboy exuberance has been on another level. So many imbeciles in this market, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Curry, you missed the bottom. Oh, Curry, you missed the bottom. Oh, Curry, you missed the bottom. Oh, Curry. What I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, Don Carbonaccio doesn't care if the bottom was in or the bottom was not in. Don Carbonaccio does not care if the top was in or the top was not in. What Don Carbonaccio cares about is market volatility, up, down, up, down, up, down, and unlimited, infinite trading potential. I care about the swings, ladies and gentlemen, movements to the upside, movements to the downside, that I can swing trade with and get that potentially life-changing trading opportunity. I'm not sitting here waiting to magically rub the crystal ball and buy the bottom and hodl for 10 years. That's not what I do, ladies and gentlemen. This is a trading channel. I get it all the time. Oh, Kirby, well, you know, if you just buy and hodl, Kirby, oh. Sure, there's a time and a place, James, for buying and hodling. I know that the majority of you were not following me at this time. I was bullish for years, ladies and gentlemen, throughout the bull market, buying the dips, hodling, buying the dips, hodling, right? That is what I was doing all throughout the bull market. Now, in a 15 going on 16-month bear market, Don Carbonaccio has been shorting the tops, ladies and gentlemen, selling the rallies and getting this crypto, right? What was more lucrative? This is the question I need to pose to you if you have that lunar mind syndrome, ladies and gentlemen, the LMS, where after staring at this chart for so long, after losing so much, that pieces of your brain begin to convert into particles of the moon, right? The LMS, the lunar mind syndrome. What was more lucrative here? Yelling at Don Carbonaccio to dollar cost average and wait till 2025? Or playing the market short for a 50% move to the downside on leverage across many different coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, etc., and making that potentially life-changing trading profit? You tell me, ladies and gentlemen. Buying before a 50% drop and waiting to hodl until you're 65 years old, or playing this move to the downside and over a 1-month period seeing that potentially life-changing trading profit? You tell me the answer, ladies and gentlemen. I'll leave that up to you. So all these poop coin Patricks, Moonboy Montgomerys, etc., oh, Kirby, the bottom this, the bottom that. I'll tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, I do not care, and that is just a matter of fact, because I'm here for the trading opportunity, not the buy and hodl till you're 67 years old opportunity. Let's get this crypto. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm fired up right now. You see where the opportunity lies. You see that there is about to be another explosive move here. Are we going to drop deep down for a potential move, in my opinion, of potentially up to nearly 20% to the downside? Or are we about to have another consolidation before another leg up to potentially over 20% to the upside? I'm about to trade this aggressively, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to my VIPs. I keep all my VIPs up to date in real time with my trades. Every entry, every exit, every target, every take profit exclusively for you in VIP. Right now, I'm ready to get aggressive and trade this market like the savage you all know I've become here. There's absolutely aggressive moves to be made, which in turn makes your trades need to be absolutely aggressively taken as well. And right now, I am seeking out opportunity. There are a lot of factors to take into consideration right here in this range, and I'm keeping my eye on this market right now, 24/7, glued, tunnel vision, ready to crush it and ready to get this crypto. And I will be keeping you up to date in real time, ladies and gentlemen, with every single trade I make in absolute real time. Every entry, every exit, every take profit exclusively for you in VIP right now. I will see you in VIP right now. Shout out to my VIPs. Ladies and gentlemen, if you could one last time, moon up the likes, moon them up. Smash those thumbs, click the subscribe button, tick the little bell. Let's get this crypto. Satoshi needs a new pair of shoes. Guys, I'm ready to trade it right now. I see potentially life-changing trading opportunity right here, right now, and I'm ready to get it. So I will see you in VIP right now. I will be posting all my trades for you exclusively in VIP right now. I will see you in VIP. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, be safe, be happy, be healthy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. Curves.